The regular February meeting of the Madison County Board of Commissioners is today, February 20th, 2024, at 6 p.m. West Tennessee Education Research Center, 605 Airways Boulevard. Commissioner Wall.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Tonight we have Nick Summer. He's the CEO of Youth Town, born in Humboldt, Tennessee. Graduated from here in Jackson and also graduated with psychology degrees from Jackson State and Lambeth University. He's been in the mental health field for about 22 years and at Youth Town for 7 years. He's married to his wife Melissa and has 3 children, Dylan, Lily, and Dalton. And Dalton is here with him tonight as well. Welcome, Mr. Summer.
Thank you. I'm honored and privileged to be here with you guys. To be able to pray with you and pray for you. You've been given a significant role. It's a challenging role. The decisions that you make affect thousands of people. And I just ask that as you make those decisions, that you seek God's wisdom and discernment. Anytime that we back to the flesh, we usually make the wrong decision. There was a time before I knew Christ, and I remember who that guy was, and he never did anything good for anybody but himself, which ultimately was the bad decisions. And so to stand here as a believer, I just petition to you to grow closer to Christ, look for Him for that wisdom and guidance, because without that, bad decisions continue to happen. So, if you don't mind, let me pray with you guys, and then we'll pledge to the flag. Heavenly Father, I just thank you for this group of women and gentlemen. I just ask, Lord, that you will just give them the ability to see you. I ask, Lord, that you will just guide their decisions. I ask, Lord, that you will look over them, bless them and their families. Bless the community, Lord, through these people. I ask, Lord, that you will give them discernment and the wisdom to make the right decisions. I ask, Lord, that you will just bind Satan from any dissension that he would have. We understand that he is the creator of chaos. And I just ask, Lord, that we will always check within ourselves and our heart and our relationship with you before we make such decisions. Thank you for giving us life. Thank you for giving us blessings. Thank you for giving us your Son, Jesus Christ, to die on the cross to save us from our own selves. We love you and we praise you. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
The last few weeks have hit a lot of county employees and our city and county officials, families with death and very crucial experiences. We'd ask that everybody will continue to keep Commissioner Jones in our prayers and to remember the family of City Councilman Donnell, who lost his son. Life is but one breath and one step from the cradle to the grave. And I'm sure we would cherish all these because what life gives us is because of the memories that it gives us.
Thank you, Commissioner. Roll call. We'll vote. Votes are open.
Voting on roll call?
Yes. I think we got it. Close the vote. Twenty present, 5 absent. Request to approve last month's original minutes. Do I have a motion? Second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Public comments. Anyone from the public? Announcements from the chair. We do want to acknowledge the passing, and this is happening too much here, but the passing of Commissioner Jones's mother, Miss Beatrice Jones, and we want to keep the family in our prayers. And I just hope that we don't have to deal with this much longer.
Also, Richard Darnell's son, he brought that up.
We want to pray for everybody. It seems like it's been a rough winter, but we're going to get through it, and we look forward to Commissioner Jones being back with us next month. I want to recognize Boy Scouts Troop 6 from St. Mary's. We might have some of those here with us. They're in the back corner back there. Guys, we appreciate you coming. Appreciate you being here. Glad to have you. Report and presentations from the county mayor.
Thank you, Chairman. I would also like to recognize Mr. Jones and Scout Troop 6, Pack 6 from St. Mary's. Welcome. On the way in, Mr. Jones told me that he likes to bring the boys out to see kind of how government works, and that y'all don't always yell at each other. All right, so let's stick with that, all right? Let's get that there. I do want to yield my time. There's another reason that Mr. Summer is here. Nick is CEO at U-Town, and he sent me a text on December 28th that read, "I want to brag on the Sheriff's Department day shift. They've helped me 2 days in a row about some things, and they've been phenomenal. I have no words." Nick's going to tell you a little bit about what he can share about that. I guess you go by Nicholas. I'm sorry, I'm calling you Nick, but
It's both.
Yeah, okay.
I'll answer to either one of those, but nothing.
all right. And you can see we're extra well protected tonight with some of our deputies, but I think we need to recognize when we do well, because Lord knows we hear about it when we don't. So I'm going to turn the floor over to Nicholas, and you tell us kind of what you can about what happened, and we'll thank these men.
Come down if you don't mind so everybody can hear better.
One of you ladies might, there's a bracelet on the floor right there too. I don't know if it's expensive or not, but it's on the floor. Thank you, AJ, for giving me the opportunity to do this. So I wanted to publicly give praise to these guys, because in the current society that we live in, there's no good light on men like this. And they're usually underpaid, oversought, and criticized. But in this event at Youth Town, we had a group of kids that decided to run from the facility. And the protocol is, once they get out of line of sight, we call these gentlemen. And they always show up, and they 9 out of 10 times bring the kid back. Well, this day was different because it was a group of them. And so when they showed up, they went above and beyond. They were great with the kids. They were advising the kids. They even advised us. And actually, we created a plan to kind of scare the kids, which worked really well. And we haven't had a runner since. And so it's been about 2 months. We call it running fever. Every now and then, one will run, and then they all want to run. But that day in particular, every one of those guys on that back wall was instrumental in helping. And I cannot tell you enough about how they treated those kids, how prompt they were. They went above what was asked of them. Time wasn't of essence, and they took the individual time, each one of them, to talk with those kids. And you could easily just show up, cuff the kid, bring them back, they're yours, they're back, and walk on, and they did not. And so for that, I appreciate you guys.
Sheriff, would you like to say something?
Yeah, y'all making me look really good tonight. You know, we got some great employees at this sheriff's department, and they represent what the sheriff's department's about. And you know, I preach in our profession: be professional, be polite, and treat people with respect. You can do that in any situation, and it's carried out based off what Nick said tonight. And you know, when he's dealing with issues at U-Town, he's developed a relationship with these deputies, and it helps just streamline everything. So if we can network and work together, we can accomplish so much more and have such a bigger impact. So thank you for recognizing.
Thank you all. We appreciate it. Mr. Mayor, you got anything else? Reports from any county officials standing in special committees, any old business, and action thereof by the board. Mr. Mayor?
We met as a planning committee for the Juvenile Justice Center. The only action item taken out of that group was to allow me and ask me to contact the landowners. There's about 18 parcels behind the CJC building that some of them I've already talked to the landowners and they're good with selling. We just have to come up with an agreed upon price, which will come back before the CLB. But I've got to still get in contact with the others. But we'll see where that leads and see if that's an opportunity to collaborate with the CJC and put those on the same campus.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution to increase compensation of the Board of County Commissioners in Madison County, Tennessee, the Board of Education for Jackson-Madison County School System.
Mr. Chairman, I want to back up. I did have a committee report. I would like to get a report from our internal auditor, Mike Perry, concerning the January audit findings.
Okay. Mr. Perry?
The audit committee did meet in January. I informed the committee that I do review some bank reconciliations, over 4,000 purchase orders, spot check websites, inventory, and I have no reports or findings of materiality to report on this matter.
Thank you. Commissioner Black?
Yes, regarding resolution number 7, the resolution to increase compensation, I'd like to have an amendment for that. So you wouldn't have to ask, what did I say? This is my amendment to that resolution. Upon the approval of the resolution to increase the compensation of the Board of Commissioners in Madison County and the Board of Education of the Jackson-Madison County School System, a comprehensive wage study be conducted for all constitutionally elected officials and appointed Madison County department heads and all employees of the Madison County prior to this salary increase going into effect in 2016 after the next election of county commissioners. 2026, that's what I got.
So we have an amendment to the resolution. Do I have a second?
Second.
Commissioner Godwin?
We don't,
Huh?
I don't think you must have made a motion on the resolution yet.
That's true. We need a motion on the resolution.
Well, I'll make that motion, resolution.
All right, now on your amendment, one more time, if you don't mind.
Upon the approval of the resolution to increase the compensation of the Board of Commissioners in Madison County and the Board of Education of the Jackson-Madison County School Systems, a comprehensive wage study be conducted for all constitutionally elected officials and appointed Madison County department heads and all employees of Madison County prior to this salary increase going into effect in 2026 after the next election of county commissioners.
Second. Commissioner Niehoff, you were up a few minutes ago.
Let's discuss, I'm gonna discuss this, mine's for something different.
Okay.
Point of order on the amendment. We do not set the salaries for the constitutional officers. That's set by the state of Tennessee, not us.
We can strike that. I'll take that out.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Black.
All right. We vote on the amendment first, correct?
Yeah, unless there's any discussion.
All right. Is there any discussion on this? Roll call on the amendment.
Can I get a clarification one time on that?
Yes.
What is it we're doing now?
We're voting on the amendment to get a
Comprehensive salary.
If this resolution passes, my amendment is that we do a comprehensive study before it goes into effect for all department heads and employees of Madison County.
Mike?
sorry.
Do we have a cost? Do we know how much that would cost the county to be able to do this?
I do.
Yes, sir.
If we get a wage increase, we have 25 county commissioners. And 25 county commissioners per month, that's $25,000. For each year would be $300,000. And for the next 4 years of that term, it comes to $1.2 million.
I think he was asking about the study, the cost of the study.
Cost of study, don't have a cost, I don't know what the cost of study would be.
I think the last time we were looking at it, it was somewhere around $30,000.
Study.
Wasn't it? Sorry?
I was just gonna say this, a study comparability would not be expensive at all. It's basically doing a company analysis of like positions, like counties.
Commissioner Godwin, were you standing a few minutes ago? Okay. All right, we're voting on the amendment first. Roll call. Vote is open. Does anyone want to change their votes? The amendment passes.
Yes.
It hasn't changed.
What, something's wrong there.
Showing up.
Wait a minute.
Is the vote closed?
How about a voice vote?
Votes, close the vote. There we go. All right. 11 yes, 8 no, 1 passes. So it fails. Now we'll vote on the resolution.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, sir.
I got a motion to the resolution. My motion involves the insurance and the importance of the insurance. When I did some research, the average family of 4 pays about $1,400 to $2,000 for insurance. I'd like to make a motion to keep our pay at $500, but keep the insurance option for full-time county commissioners, excluding retirement.
Do I have a second for that?
Questions?
I'll second.
Okay.
Questions? Who are the full-time county commissioners? It's a part-time position.
Well, we're all considered full-time.
But no, not by retirement or anything else, we're not
Well, amend the
full-time.
motion to elected officials, county, and county commissioners, whatever you call
All right, we
it.
have,
Let's see, we would have to be considered a full-time employee. President, sure.
so the amendment is for $500, but to give commissioners the option or access to health insurance with the county.
Now, to the motion is all benefits excluding retirement.
All benefits excluding retirement. Okay. Is everyone clear?
Just make sure, you mentioned we was full-time.
Well, we just
Is that-
clarified that.
Does it have to be full-time for this to pass?
The motion was we would be treated as full-time employees as the county does it per insurance.
For insurance.
So we would be eligible like 41% of other commissioners are across the state as of 2 years ago.
Let's hear from the attorney real quick.
Well, I guess I'm not clear on what you mean by all benefits. What the resolution currently states is that elected members of the Board of County Commissioners shall have the option to opt into the county's group health insurance program during the time they are serving as an elected official, if eligible, based on the requirements of the county's health insurance contract and all applicable federal and state law beginning September 1, 2026. As far as the rest of your amendment, you're just keeping the compensation as is, right?
Well, I mean, it would be amending the fact of making, it would be amending that from 1,000 to the 500 that we currently have.
Could I suggest, just to make this a little cleaner, perhaps not pass the resolution and then come back and let's consider a resolution to fully flesh out what exactly you're wanting to do as far as benefits? Just because I'm not exactly clear and I don't want to make any mistakes doing this on the fly. But I mean,
I guess, Mr. Attorney, we have 41% of counties who allow them to get into the benefits, the health benefits. And then the study you sent me has retirement and benefits, so I would assume that that means all of the benefits. But I mean, I'm not sure, I didn't call the people who wrote the study, but.
well, what the budget committee approved was allowing county commissioners to opt into health insurance, the county's health insurance program. And I guess I'm not clear as we stand here right now what it would look like for county commissioners to opt into the county's retirement program, and I haven't had an opportunity to look into
The
the
motion's not
legality.
saying that.
What's that?
The motion is excluding retirement.
Okay.
It's just all benefits excluding retirement.
Okay, and do you, what benefits are those other than the health insurance program?
Health insurance, dental insurance, vision insurance,
That's
life
fine.
insurance.
Same thing.
Okay.
Sarah can pull it up.
I think the HR director would be probably the better person to pull that.
But she can pull it up and you can speak on it if you like.
Pull up, well, the county offers health, dental, and vision. We also offer, voluntary life insurance, group life insurance, child life insurance. So that you're including all of our life insurance policies now, right?
Medical savings account?
I'm sorry?
Medical savings
Yes,
account?
health savings account. We also offer supplemental, disability, critical illness, cancer policies as well. So that's the full package of our benefits.
Commissioner Brown.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, inasmuch that we have repeatedly, all respect to Attorney Bush, got legal rulings and state interpretations that county commissioners were part-time employees. If we are going to opt in, then I think that it would be unjust that if it's legal to opt into one thing that the county full-time employees get, then retirement should be one. Why would retirement be exempt? Yeah.
Well, the reason I exclude retirement is because they match a very small percentage and we're getting paid a very small percentage. So it wouldn't really make a lot of sense for them to say, well, we're gonna put in $25 and match 4% of that. I mean, that was my idea behind excluding retirement. I don't think that, the point of, I think this resolution, from my understanding of attending the budget meetings, was to entice more people to come and serve in this community. And the health insurance issue we have nationwide is a huge problem. So I didn't want to exclude someone who may want to get the life insurance. I mean, why not if you want it? So, like again, I said 41%, according to the study that our attorney sent me and other commissioners. This happens across the state, so this is not an abnormal thing.
Commissioner Black.
You know, it's amazing that we are not willing to look at our workers in this county to see where they stand in relationship to other counties. Yet we are wanting to have an increase. That's just my thoughts. I mean, yeah, everybody wants an increase, but I can just about guarantee that our employees are below the wages of comparable counties. I can just about bet you that, because we haven't done a study lately. So that's just how I feel. I think that if we get an increase, we need to really look at looking at our regular employees getting an increase.
Just to be clear, we're only voting on to add insurance to the county commission.
We're voting the amendment first, and then we're gonna come back and vote the resolution up or down.
I thought we'd already
voted the amendment.
Well, this is another amendment.
This one.
Different amendment.
Okay.
Was there a second? Yes.
He is,
Was there a second on that
there
amendment?
was no second.
Yes.
Yeah,
Commissioner Alexander seconded it. So, Commissioner Brown.
Yes, I'm in opposition to this because the fact that only a few people be affected by the retirement, then it would be less of a cost factor. And the fact, and to be specific, Arthur Johnson, Gary Deaton, Jimmy, just a few of us would be affected by the not being able to participate in the retirement. If that is the case, then we don't need to think about being considerate of employees. All employees are not going to be equally considerate of all commissioners. And on that, I will be opposing this.
Roll call on the amendment. The amendment is to add the county commissioners to the health care benefits, including life insurance, and lower or keep our pay the same. Just give them an option for the insurance. Vote is open. Does anyone want to change their votes? Vote is closed. 19 total votes, 11 yes, 8 no's. Motion fails. Now we're going to vote on the resolution. And it would be the original resolution to increase commissioner pay to $1,000 starting in 2026. Vote is open. Does anyone want to change their votes?
21 commissioners now.
Okay. We got somebody that hadn't voted.
Claudia Brown.
I'm pushing.
Oh, you don't even know, that's the wrong one. You have to push the button, the color.
I'm sorry. I don't.
All right. Vote is closed. Motion fails.
Mr. Chairman, why is mine showing up absent up there? That's supposed to be a no.
Did you hit the yellow button?
No, I checked it.
Well, it may not work right now with it closed, Mr. Commissioner.
Yeah, it won't work now since we closed the vote.
No, you say that yellow.
It's supposed to be a no vote.
Yellow's abstain. No, not the button I pushed either.
Motion fails anyway, so I think we're good.
I know I pushed it, but it showed up yellow. Yes.
All right, number 8, any amendments or transfers to the general fund, school department, capital projects, highway department, debt services, juvenile court services, budgets for the fiscal year 23-24.
We have 4 school board amendments from budget. First one, $8,906. This is a TSW grant. This is the amendment to align with TSW grant, second year increase with Munis. No draw on fund balance, no change in MOE.
This committee recommendation, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion passes.
Item 2 is $8,174,762.84. This is an innovative school models grant. This is an amendment to align the ISM grant to Munis. No draw on fund balance, no change in MOE.
Committee recommendation, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion passes.
Item 3, $1,920 Jackson Arts Council grant. I believe we, let's see. This is an amendment to recognize the new revenue from this grant and to increase the expenditures designated by the grant. No draw on fund balance, no change in MOE.
Committee recommendation, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Unanimous.
Item 4, $800. This is other student support. This is an amendment to recognize new revenue from a donation given to the Social and Behavioral Services Department to be spent on the homeless. This is no draw on fund balance, no change to MOE.
Committee recommendation, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Passes.
The next 4 are draw on fund balance. Number 5 is Ag Extension Service, $8,457. This request will pay the remaining lease to buy out the contract with Novatech. The contract was bought out by Conica and was deposited in the general fund last fiscal year.
It's a committee recommendation. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed?
Number 6, debt service, $43,623. This is an amendment to move the JCM administration fee to debt service, which has currently been paid from general fund.
It's a committee recommendation. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed?
Number 7 is the election commission, $66,985. Amendment to fund the purchase of security cage carts to secure the tabulators going out to each polling place.
It's a committee recommendation. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed?
8 is General Sessions Division 1 and 2, $13,990.54. This is a budget amendment to increase the General Sessions judge salaries per administrative office of the court statute.
It's a committee recommendation. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed?
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we take numbers 9 through 13, that includes grants, transfers, and required reserves at once.
All those in favor of taking?
He needs a second for his
Second, sorry. Second. All those in favor of taking those together, say aye. Aye. All opposed?
So you want 19 and 11?
Through 13.
Oh, through 13, okay. Grants, new funds, and reserves, state mandated. 9, Sheriff's Office, $40,000, setting up the new fiscal year 24 Toledo grants. This will not affect MOE or general fund balance. 10, transfer to community corrections, $8,000, special purpose fund. Request to move $8,000 from medical insurance to cover additional cost in pensions. Number 11, drug task force, $13,904.75. Transfer of seized funds confiscated and awarded to the drug task force. This does not affect general fund balance or maintenance of effort. 12, county clerk, $5,012.90. Transfer funds from reserve to replace and install window blinds for all the windows in the office. 13, county clerk, $26,450. Transfer funds from reserve to use for titling and registration clerk position for 6 months.
These are all committee recommendations. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Pass.
Mr. Chairman, that concludes budget committee report.
Any other amendments or transfers? Appointment of one member to the Vicious Dog Hearing Panel by CLB, 3-year term, Kim Lewis, incumbent.
So moved.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ms. Lewis is reappointed. Appointment of 2 members to the Adult Oriented Establishment Board by County Mayor with CLB approval, 4-year terms, Fred Birmingham, incumbent, and 1 vacant seat. Mr. Mayor.
Yes, sir, I'd like to reappoint Mr. Birmingham and Matt, my IT director, for that position.
All right. Any other appointment? All right. All those in favor of,
We need a motion and a second, unfortunately.
do we? Okay.
So moved. That we appoint, that he approve Fred Birmingham and
Matt Preston. And a second, Commissioner Wilson. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Passes. Consideration of resolution to rezone property located southeast corner of Highway 45 East, Baker Chapel Road, and FAR Forest and Agricultural District to M1, Light Industrial District comprising 11.3 acres more or less. Mr. Powell.
Good evening. This item was presented to the Three-Way Regional Planning Commission, and they are recommending approval of it to you. You happy to answer any questions that you have?
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a first and second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion passes. Consideration of resolution to rezone property located at southeast corner state of Route 223 Smith Lane and US Highway 70 West from I-2 Manufacturing and Warehousing to District B3 Highway Business District comprising 3.3 acres more or less.
This item was presented to the Jackson Municipal Regional Planning Commission, and they are recommending approval of it to you.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a second, Commissioner Godwin.
Open hearing, does anyone able to speak for it?
Yes. Thank you. Does anyone want to speak on this?
You did good here.
All right, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. Consideration of resolution to support the Jackson-Madison County Children's Cabinet.
So moved.
I have a first, second. Anyone like to discuss? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Unanimous. Consideration of the Project SAM term sheet.
Motion.
We have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Have a second. Any discussion?
Well, it'd be good probably if that was going back over and just with the changes were made.
I request Attorney Bush.
As we discussed at agenda review on Thursday, evening, the changes that were made and have been approved by the Project SAM company are to section 2.3B under community investment. It's changing the language throughout this section from the seller designating the child care facility to a nonprofit entity. Just want to make clear that under this section, the county will not have any responsibility for building a child care facility, contracting to operate a child care facility, or overseeing a child care facility. What you're going to be voting on is a 12-month option agreement. So the Project SAM company does have the ability, when they do their due diligence, they may not execute on the agreement. So this is just a beginning step in the process. But I do want to make clear that it would be a nonprofit entity that's designated. The county would be a pass-through for the funds that are going to be donated by the Project SAM company towards a child care facility.
Mr. Mayor?
I'm going to say that again. 2 points. Number one, this amount of money is non-refundable. So even if they don't follow through at 12 months with this contract, $264 remains with the county to be determined. And this is pass-through money. This is not county funds. The county is still not going to not entangle with a nonprofit. This is Project SAM money going to a nonprofit entity for the purpose of establishing a child care center in our industrial park area.
Commissioner Godwin.
I'd like to make a motion to approve consideration of the Project SAM term sheet.
We already had a first and a second. Yeah, we already had a first and second. Commissioner Brown?
One question, you did mention that in the event that they opt out, it would not affect us because we are not the operators. But are we also exempt from state compliance with regard to license and liabilities that occurs?
The county doesn't have, the county is not involved whatsoever in the operation of the child care
So our
facility.
name will be on any license or anything?
That's right. It would be an independent facility that's licensed, whatever licenses a child care operator has to have, but the county would have no involvement in that. If the option agreement is exercised by the Project SAM company, at that point, that's when you get into the child care facility, the nonprofit coming in and assisting with finding a licensed operator, but the county would not be involved in that, assuming the option agreement is exercised.
All those in favor of Project SAM term sheets? I'm sorry, Commissioner.
Continue.
Okay. All those in favor of Project SAM term sheet say aye. Aye. All opposed? Unanimous. Consideration of resolution to adopt the agreement between the City of Three-Way and Madison County regarding building permits. Have a first and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Resolution to adopt state-required residency energy code amendments.
Mr. Chair, the Building and Fire Code Advisory Appeals Board met regarding this on February 6th. And Mr. Clark, I don't know if you have anything to say about it, but you're welcome to explain what we're voting on here if you like.
These are a set of required amendments the state is making us make to our energy code. It came up during an audit last year, and this is how we have to move forward. They passed a law in July of 2023, and we had to adopt the wording as the state wrote it for these energy codes, so that's what this is.
And Mr. Chair, this is a committee recommendation. It was unanimous.
Committee recommendation, no second required. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Unanimous. Election of notary publics. Have a first and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Any and all matters related to and connected with matters set forth in items 1 through 17. Commissioner Tippett.
Mr. Chairman, at the end of the December County Commission meeting, I had a conversation with a fellow commissioner. I wasn't here last month, and a speech was given about some things that another commissioner said. Well, it was me that he was talking about, because there was only 2 resolutions to rezone property on the agenda. I did not berate anybody. I did not scold anybody or talk to anyone in a angry voice or anything like that. I said, out of respect, since the rezoning was in my district, I felt like that I should have been the one to make the motion to rezone. I didn't say one word about who can or who can't make a motion. And it was said this was a routine zoning change. I don't figure routine as someone putting in an RV park that we don't have in Madison County except for the 3 that have been there for years and years and years. This is an individual that was putting a new RV park in, and to me it should have been discussed or not discussed, and nobody discussed it. But it was not a routine rezoning. I never said stay out of my business in my district. You know, and I ask you what is totally unacceptable behavior. The meeting was adjourned. The county commission meeting was adjourned. It was 2 grown men discussing things together. I mean, you know, if you're at a grocery store, if you're at the Walmart or whatever, and 2 commissioners get into an argument, you're gonna bring it to the chair of the commission to say something about it, or ask the attorney to recommend Robert's Rules of Order to me. And I know, I mean, I'll debate Robert's Rules of Order with anyone. But I'm just saying, I wasn't here last month to defend myself. If I had been, I would have. But a lot of things, if I did say it, I'll tell you I said it. And all I said was, I felt like it was my place to make the motion because it was my district. And it was said that I didn't understand basic Robert's Rules of Order. Say again, I'll debate them anytime he wants to. And like I say again, I never said who could or couldn't make a motion as a county commissioner. We're all equal, and that's one of Robert's Rules of Order. Everybody treated equal. Well, how can I be treated equal if I wasn't even here to defend myself last month? And that's as far as I'm gonna go with it. And on that note, I make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Before we make the motion, let me say this. I'm not going to debate with the commissioner, but I know the mood and the attitude that he approached me with. It was not a humble meeting. It was a berating meeting. It was berating words. And he told me to get out of my face right over here in this corner.
Point of order.
No.
Mr. Chairman, he told me to get out my face.
That's
I
right.
said,
One at a time.
He said it, and there people heard it.
That right there
One at a
reflects,
time.
that shows you the mentality of this individual, the fellow county commissioner. I'm gonna tell you again, I'm not a child. I was elected by people in this county, in my district, and I have the right to make motions. I have the right to make seconds on anything on this agenda, and no commissioner should come to me and tell me that that was their motion to make. It's any commissioner's motion to make, and I will stand by that, and I don't care what he said because he's lying.
We're not addressing each other directly. Everything is addressed towards the chairman.
He's lying.
No, that's out of order. Commissioner.
I want to address this here. I voted, and like him, I was trying to vote one way and it voted another way. So I'm asking if someone check this gadget between now and the next meeting and make sure, hopefully it's operating better.
We'll check it.
And basically, that's all I have to say is, can we not live in peace?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to tell these young boys up here, the Boy Scouts, if you have a desire to be a county commissioner, don't let this interfere with your stuff.
We have,
Okay.
we have a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second? So moved.
Doesn't matter.